If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Meta platforms with the ticker symbol FB. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. Here we have the daily chart for Meta platforms, and what does it look like prices are doing? Well, it doesn't look like it's doing much. We're kind of just going sideways. You can see that we're chopping back and forth up through the EMA, and then we break the EMA, and then we come back down. Now we're just kind of like chopping around, so we're not really moving in any particular direction. So I can throw a range on here for you guys to see. Looks like the support that prices are holding and the sellers aren't being able to break through is 186 level, and it looks like the highs are probably right around this 223 224 level, because that's the last point that we got rejected off of. So looks like kind of just moving sideways. Looks like we had some failed breakouts on the top side, which led to a failed breakout on the bottom side. We came back inside this range, but so I think it's definitely confirmed that we're in this sideways pattern. So since we just came off the lower side, we could go back up to the higher side at the 226 level or the 225 level. So there's a possibility for that. However, I believe the bias is still towards the downside. I don't think this bottom right here at the 168 level is the actual bottom for the stock. I highly doubt this stock is already bottom versus a bunch of other stocks that definitely look like they can go lower, especially a bunch of other FANG stocks and even large cap companies. So I doubt this is the bottom, but as right now, it does look like it's not that bearish. So we could see a pop up to the 223, 225 level. Now, if we already break this kind of sideways pattern that we're inside of, we're probably going to continue lower and make a measured move down. And where's the measured move target? It looks like it's right around the 155 level, and I put a horizontal line there for you guys to see. And if I scroll to the left, it's pretty much right back at the starting point of 2020 for this entire up move, and a bunch of other stocks pretty much came back to the 2020 starting point and even exceeded it towards the downside. So this one's kind of holding up pretty well since it's just a large company and it's not going to be that volatile, but I think the market is going to try to come back further down. So that's why I don't think we have bottom. So after that earnings release, we did pop up because we were far away from the EMA, but it looks like we are starting to fill in this gap that was created, and completely filling the gap is we need to see a pullback to the 174 level, but prices stopped at the 185 level. So looks like we could see a bounce, but this probably will just be temporarily. If we don't even see that bounce, and looks like we are kind of seeing some resistance from this EMA because today was not as bullish as it could have been, we could see this leg down right here to the 155 level. So we'll have to wait and see. This chart isn't that clear cut. Some charts are much easier to analyze. For example, if I scroll to the left of Facebook, you can see that if someone's looking at this chart, where do you think they would say prices are going? The most likely they're going to say is going up, because you can see how well the EMA is acting as support, and we continuously make higher highs, higher lows. Now, if you come over here and you ask someone where are we going, it's a little harder to predict. It's not as reliable as, you know, an uptrend or downtrend, but it's still worth taking a look at. But like I said before, it just depends on where we are going. But these are the price targets that we're probably going to reach. If we see some bullish action, we could reach up to this 225 low, because it is the next probably resistance point, a strong resistance point. Now, if we just break this support at the 186, most likely we're going to stop out the buyers at this price level and enter the 155 level. So that's everything I have on the daily chart. Let's go and wrap this up on the weekly chart. Here we have the weekly chart for Meta platforms, and you can see that prior week was nice bullish candle, but we're not really seeing any fall through for the beginning of this week. I mean, we still have 4 days left and to see how this candle closes for this week. But as right now, it could be a bull trap, because we did make a higher low off of this bottom, and I think buyers were targeting at least the EMA. But if we don't get there and start reversing, I think there's going to be a lot of longs that are trapped into the trade, and we're going to see more selling come in. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm not really confident in either direction, but we just got to look at the price levels that prices are most likely going to reach depending on which way they trend or trade. So this is the long-term pattern for Facebook or Meta platforms, and it's an uptrend. But the thing about this uptrend is that it might be showing signs of weakness. You can see that last time we came back to this trend line, we saw a major bounce, kind of like what we had over here, another major bounce. Now if you look at the bounce that we're getting right now, it's kind of weak. We're not really seeing continuing buying off this level, so this might be the opportunity for short sellers to come in and get a break of this pattern and probably enter the 155 level, or even the high 130s. Eventually we're not going to always keep on bouncing off this trend line that's working higher, so this would be probably the opportunity that short sellers want to break it, or aggressive sellers want to break this pattern and trap a bunch of longs. So we're not really seeing any fall through in the past like we did before, so this could be just a sign that we might be breaking this uptrend pattern. But that doesn't mean it's over, and we'll have to reanalyze what price action wants to do if we do get a break of this pattern. But as of right now, we can go up, we can go down. I think it's more likely that we probably see probably a little bit more buying. Like I said before, on the daily chart, we were at the bottom side of the range. So we could see maybe a little bit more of higher price action, but I wouldn't be surprised if we continue lower either, because the short sellers and aggressive sellers are definitely still in play. So that's everything I have for Meta platforms, and to give you guys an update if anything else drastically changes. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.